All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna do backtesting sesh, so we're just gonna do a random date, April 2nd. Was that 23? I got told in my GxT video that it was hindsight, so you guys can see I literally just did a random date. But yeah, I mean, guys, I didn't expect my video to pop up the way it did, so wasn't really prepped to like make videos. And honestly, like, I have nothing to sell, so I don't really have a prerogative to like do anything. Like, I don't owe anyone, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, if people are making content, it's to do something in the future, right? If they're not already. And I don't know. I thought I wanted to do a paid Discord and all that stuff, but like, honestly, it just seems like such a hassle. So I kind of just meh. And then my video blew up. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys, honestly. Like, it does make me want to do this, which is why, because I was backtesting just for fun, and I figured I would click record, try to answer some questions I got in the last video, like strength switching and all that. So I guess I'll just do another backtesting video and just make it more not highlights, right? We're going to do a full month here, and we'll see how it goes. Again, I have to stress this, guys. Backtesting does not reflect, real-time stuff at all. Like, at all. Because you're clicking quick, you're going through a lot of stuff. So it's really good for unless you're taking it very serious. Like, I mean, like, I'm doing this for a video, but when I'm actually collecting data, like, I'll literally like just stare at the charts, and care. But I just really want you guys to understand that, because a lot of the times people get really so we do have news on Monday, get really discouraged. And I really just gotta emphasize that, like, it's not the end all be all. It's really good if you're learning a new model, or not necessarily a new model, but like if you're just trying to get better in screen time, do it all day. But like, actually pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, don't just click. So what I'm looking for as I'm talking is key levels to target. This is a swing point high, fair value gap. And again, because price is fractal, this is an old high generating LR. So either and we have this SMT here. So I think we break this and go lower. So old high, right, in a key level. This is like a really good area for rejection if you guys were to do, the fib. This is like super discounted price. We do have a swing point here. Ideally, we sweep out this low. Right, something like that. Kind of pre-firing there, but just to have an idea, right? We do have expansion, consolidation, expansion. So new phase of price, ideally, we get some sort of like just choppiness, creating LR, while this can expand. And then we break down SMT break, internal SMT, right? Whatever. So that's kind of what I'm anticipating here. But it is on the daily, so. Okay, so 6 p.m. Guys, just rewatch this over and over. Watch how I do my top down. I've been asked a lot, like a checklist and stuff. I was going to do a checklist, but there's so many nuanced steps where I would have to put like abbreviations like, oh yeah, and look for this. Oh yeah, and wait for that. And oh yeah, this, right? Just put time in the charts. I mean, honestly, it's like the best thing you could do. Me telling you or giving you stuff just isn't really feasible, to be honest. Okay, so we do have an SMT here. We're in a gap. We are respecting in terms of like consolidating in the gap. We have news. So 4-hour profile looks bullish, right? Open low. Looks like we have some sort of 8 a.m. low, right? Swing point. We have equal lows here. Interesting. So that might break this SMT to expand. We'll see. Do have a bearish SMT as well, but I'm not too concerned about that because of this gap opening low. New phase of price, right? It looks like we manipulated some sort of manipulation. So looks like we could expand here at 930 to the highs. And again, there's that little SMT that I really, really like. CISD, like higher time frame CISD right there, right? Respecting bullish order flow. Do we have any reversal in the 1 minute? Not quite, but looks bullish. See here. You could probably long this just because we already have, if we were to range this right in discount. So we'll give this a shot here actually. And then we might save this for news. We'll see. All right, we're gonna try to get this continuation. All right, so there we go. We did sweep this out again. This goes back to the same exact thing on the higher time frame. Old low or old high on this order block here. But again, I'm just more bullish. Okay, there we go. So I was just targeting this high. That could have been an area where we reject into this breaker block. Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high. Right. ABS model as well. If you know, you know. And there's a rejection, right? Key level, new phase of price. What does that look like? What does this look like, guys? Right? 5 minute gap, I assume. Yep, right here. So what are we starting to do? Right, respecting bullish order flow. Looks like a buy model to this gap, right? Original consolidation. Bam, bam. Smart money reversal. SMT. Expansion into what? Pullback into what? Bullish order flow. Look at that. Yeah, so ES is already way up here. So we just got to be really cautious here. We'll just chill. We really got deep down in this range early, right? So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. So there's the open. This doesn't look too bullish here. Okay, so now we go to the hourly, right? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I'm at 10. We have, go here. Small wick, opening high, SMT after what? Coming back to the open. It's just like we already established low of day. So that's where this SMT doesn't really make sense. And this is why you can't really pattern trade. It just doesn't make sense to be bearish yet. All right, we still have a gap as well. So again, this looks like an old low, right? And we could tap this OB, right? So we'll see. Old low swept, reswept, CI. Okay, so this looks like a pretty good reversal, right? SMT, again, higher time frame bullish. Let's look at the 5 minute, still respecting this 5 minute gap. Again, this is an important fair value gap. Why? Because it broke the highs to the left, right? If I highlight to the left, we displace through these highs. We're really respecting this order block. Yeah, was this the breaker? Yeah, this breaker block. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. So we could take this low risk buy, inverse CISD, right? 10 a.m. open low, right to here. We could do 50%. We'll see. This doesn't look too bad. LR, extend the trend line, see if we get rejection there. I would like, so what did this 1 minute do? Broke the highs, right? So we'll get rid of this. That's the 5 minute gap that we're in. SMT inside of the gap, inverse for a value gap. By the way, I've been taking a lot of these types of entries. Inverse and a 5 minute gap. The MEC model, it's pretty much like everyone enters off of it, but you guys can YouTube it, whatever. So there's the trend line. So again, I want to see this at least take out this high, right? This is the, oh, we didn't take 6 p.m. yet. So this is like a really good draw. Bam. So now it logically makes sense to go break even here. At this point, again, remember on ES earlier how I said it's really bullish, right? And low of day. This is a textbook setup, by the way, right? See 1, 2, 3, 4 continuation with a 4 hour small wick, sports expansion. Go to the daily. Still small wick, right? So we could definitely take out the high. Could actually target the high because equal highs as well. But we'll trim here at the gap here. So what do we do here? What did this 1 minute do? Broke the highs to the left. So I want to see us rebalance here. Again, resweep an old low. Wow, almost textbook. LOL. All right, and what do we have? Oh, I want. This is where, by the way, when I say I want those internal SMTs, that's what I mean. Okay, so what do we see here? We broke out of this trend line. What are we doing, quote unquote? Right? What's that? Gosh, what do you call that? I forget. Dude, I can't think of it, but retesting. Dang it. I wanted the continuation right there. This isn't. We didn't even see ISD, bro. Thought we did. But that's not bad if you were to go for this. Again, we didn't have the SMT here. I would have really liked it. And we didn't see ISD here. So ES, right? Is this? Yeah. So ES was weak, right? PSP. Never mind. I thought, yeah, I was looking at the wrong candles. But regardless, if we see ISD on both assets, we for sure take that. So now, again, resweeping an old low. CSD. So yeah, I really want to see this respect 100%. Okay, now we're not. So now that idea is shocked. We came to the open here and we just reversed. I would have really liked us to at least hit that gap. That's where I was going to trim. Okay, so this long here I wouldn't have done because we didn't see ISD. I thought we did. Again, see, this is what I mean by you just rush things. Still a good continuation. Yeah, like this is a really good continuation, right? So don't get too upset if it CISD'd. Again, I would have liked it on both assets. Again, respecting bearish order flow. Disrespecting bullish order flow. So, yeah, and no SMT. Just like high in the range, right? We hit 6 p.m. and then now we're going back down. So, yeah. Now we can see this trend line here. All right, trend line break. So, very interesting here. Yeah, just straight distribution. I think if I was paying more attention, yeah, ABS. Oh, yeah, clear as day. SMT, I mean, that's a little late on the CISD there, but like you can maybe get in maybe on that candle. That's a little iffy there. No proper CISD, but again, you could see the entry definitely on ES here, especially right there, right? Respecting that FEG, ABS entry, right? Here, 6 p.m., etc. Just sucks we didn't hit the gap. All right, and then you could take it to these lows. It's a really clean reversal profile there. Okay, next day. Daily. Okay. So ES, again, still bullish here. This is exactly what I said if you rewind it. ES is going to be bullish while NQ is kind of like waiting and waiting for it to catch up to this high, which is up here. And no, guys, I do not remember this PA at all, so no idea. We have a gap here, maybe some sort of reversal profile. Yeah, maybe. We got to see how 9 closes. Okay, so check this out, guys. This looks like a expansion into what? Key level, right? Previous day. And it looks like an expansion away. But if we look at the 1 hour, expansion into what? Like choppiness. We go to 15-minute. Look at that. It looks very choppy. So context matters. Let's go to that 1 hour quick. Let's go to London. No SMT with London. We have a gap, right? Key level. Old low right below a key level. So I would like maybe 9:30. Bam. 10. Right? SMT. Maybe a little 2-stage action here. Reversal into expansion. Let me look at the daily quick. Yeah. Which, again, small wick. Just resweeping current day low. So what I mean by current day low is right, this is kind of where we're at now, right? This is current day low. It looks like a swing point, but it's fake low day, and then we just take out the high at a key time here. SMT sweep. This is 6 p.m. open. This is normally at a key time, key session. So it's kind of what that looks like here. So we'll see. Go to the 1 minute. I'm just not interested trading this range. So do we go to that right here? So we did take out London, but I would like us to take out. Yeah, no, I'm not trading that. We co-reversed, but I just don't like it. Yeah, very interesting. We just got to see what ES does here. If we SMT and we respect. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about right here. 2-stage. All right. SMT, SMT. Well, yeah. Tell you what, if we inverse this 5 minute, yes. Okay, so we have to reverse it right here. It's really choppy. Yeah, not a fan. Okay, well, if then, right? If we inverse, then we could long anticipate in this, but I'm just not a fan of it. Okay, we're actually getting near our key level. So again, yeah, this was the expansion into expansion, but it's okay. The shorts there just weren't very clean. There is an SMT, but I just didn't like how. Let's go look. Yeah, I just didn't like the structure up there. Okay, so for our profile, right, let's go to the daily quick, see. Right, yep, close right below previous day low, key levels. Tuesday, resweeping Monday's high. So we would look for a midweek reversal. And we have news. 10 a.m. news. Okay. 6 p.m. It's a lot easier to do on the 4-hour. So here, see, we open low, we come, news, taps what? The open, sweeping an old high. I bet you there's some sort of gap. Yeah, see an old high and a gap. Really good. And then you get instant displacement instead of a fair value gap. Here, yep, perfect. SMT. And then another 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, you could, as soon as this SMTs, and look at, yes, here we get this displacement down right after sweeping. So then you could probably get in here. You could do a CISD limit, whatever you guys want to do here. Target this low. This is a really clean, like this is very clean, honestly. Old low, sweep and a gap. Expansion mode with expansion, right? Internal SMT, like just textbook. So let's see. Also, one more thing I want to check. Yeah. SMT. All right. Just perfect. I mean, fractal model, opening low, coming. Exactly what I've talked about before. Just now, tap and reopen. All right. Perfect. Easy draw. Here's that little trend line deal. So yeah, this is a really good if you want to trade the pre-market there. I would expect 930 to just go down. Yeah, to that low. Because there's just nothing higher, right? We have our swing point, 8:30 news. Or 8:15, sorry. Yeah, that's what the thing said too. So right here. Sweeping data high. Just really, really good. So go back, study that if you want. That's one of the best like continuation low risk buy sort of scenarios. Okay, so SMT, but let's see. Just no reversal signature. There was an SMT, but again, sorry, it wasn't reversing. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait for 10. ES looks stronger. Expansion into what? Key level? What can we anticipate? Expansion away. We have some sort of swing point here. Right. SMT, swing point, LR. So ES looks a lot better here. Oh, we had 10 a.m. news too. Crap. Forgot. Just nothing. So, by the way, what I'm looking here is for SMTs strictly, by the way. Yeah, so SMT here, CISD, see the strength. But we're coming into a 5-minute gap, right? So if we inverse that 5-minute, that would be good for NQ. Let's go 30-minute. Nothing, so let's see. SMT that gap. Still nothing I like, to be honest. So here, since we were looking for a reversal here, it's like, where are we going to go? Yeah, that swing low, obviously. Yeah, it's just the move already happened like at news. So that's where you can trade 9:30 right here, wherever, because manipulation already happened. You could see. It's just, it didn't really come like up as much, but it doesn't matter. Still, like the entry was here, right? Either you get in 9:30 because manipulation, or you just don't trade it. All right, Thursday, so no midweek reversal. All right, pay attention here. A lot of people get screwed up here. We expand into what key level? We can do what? Reverse the next day off another key level. Garrett talks about this all the time. Took me a while to see it and like, oh, I see. But this is what he means. So this day you can be bullish. This day makes sense to be bullish, right? We open low, et cetera, et cetera. Hit a key level, reversing off a key level. It would make sense to be bullish. But we're not going to just pattern trade that. We got to find our entry. So let's see. Let's look at this small time frame. This looks really bad. Nothing clear. So we just have to wait. I'm waiting for the SMT break, by the way. Okay, so if we go here, because a lot of you guys have questions about this. Does this candle support expansion? No. So regardless, you'd want to trade 10 a.m. So here, you can try to catch the reversal, but it's just like super low probability. Just wait for 10. And there's 10. With 30. Yeah, so this is one of those things where it's a continuation. Reversal already happened. What do you guys see? SMT. Let's look at the 1 minute here. SMT, CIST. But again, this is when 10 opens, right? So if you wanted to pre-fire this, you could, but it's just risky. All right. We just gotta wait for. Really need ES here to get its butt up here. Otherwise, it's just gonna drag NQ. I don't know if we'll get an entry. All right, here we go. So what I'm looking for is a 5-minute gap, by the way. Continuation. A 15-minute. Yeah. So reversal, signature. If you go 30-minute. This is a reversal into expansion candle. Breaker block. Yeah, so these are my confluence here. Like this is my key level to retrace into before taking out these highs. So we'll just wait. Equal lows, right? Old high or old low in a key level. Now I'm looking for a reversal signature somewhere in here. What do I see? Internal SMT. You could pre-fire this if you wanted to. You could. I just, ugh. But then you gotta ask yourself, like, if we were to reverse, it would be legit right here, because we would want this 5 minute to just expand away. So we'll pre-fire this. Not my fave. I'll give it some room just because it could resweep, but this is the only area I would want to see it to reverse. And right here. Okay. So here we can go break even right away, even though we're still in this range. It's just we want this to hold. Now we want bullish or order flow to hold right here. Respecting gaps, right? So yeah, see, we really want that to expand away. It never did. We never created an SMT, so we could just resweep here inside of here. And then look, we have this SMT here. Get a little crafty here. No. Let's look at the 30. Man. Man, oh man. This looks bullish, but I just don't want to get... Alright, we'll let develop. Let it develop a little bit. Damn it. Yeah, so that was the low. It's just tricky. If we had a CISD here, I would have entered. Just didn't really feel comfortable there. And we didn't SMT here. But whatever. There you go. So hopefully you guys can understand this right here, right? The breaker block ended up holding really nice. It's a resweep old, right, inside of what the gaps here. Okay. No wick, so this could have been like your key level. 30-second didn't look the cleanest, but again, expansion, pull back into this key level. I'm just marking this out because no wick. You could have tried this like we did and then anticipate an expansion away, and then we get this deeper retracement. So here, and then we could do this, get the multiple resweeps, right? Resweeping old lows and then going, right? That's what happened here in this case, which is fine. It's just we're a little low in the range. I would have liked to have done that higher in the range, but we also did expand above this high here, creating the breaker. So yeah, all good. We definitely take this out. We'll tape read this for a sec, but oh yeah, this is 6 p.m. If I have this correct, right? So 6 p.m. low fake a day. Remember I said that? I think I said that. So if 9:30, where's 9:30? I have this in my notes in Discord. If 9:30 fails to manipulate this low, we're going to take out the high a day, right? So it's a fake high a day, or no, sorry. This is fake high a day, and then we'll take out low a day. If we manipulate this high, and then we'll go and take this out, and then we could do whatever. That's just what I've seen from looking at my trades, but instead 9:30 did manipulate, right? Expanded away. We're looking for that retracement into the distribution, and there's the high. So really clean, but it is what it is. So Again, if you want to see it on the higher time frame, right, sweeping an old low inside of what key level that we determined earlier, re-sweeping an old low at a key time. Okay, super valuable. If you guys can just go and back test this, you guys will see it a lot on the 1 minute. Right, again, same exact fractal idea. If I were to zoom way in, this is 930, right? Old low, right, which is a key level. And then we anticipated this because SMT. We could instantly go break even because we want to respect bullish order flow up here. Re-sweep, and then what do? Into another key level. Then we expand away. CISD, and then you guys go long here if you want. Kind of a weird entry. It's, I mean, nowadays that stop is like nothing, but yeah, it's just targets weren't too high and whatever. But hopefully you guys understand that. Rewatch this section, that trade breakdown. Again, highly recommend doing that. Okay, so again, old low, reswept, old low, reswept. Okay, so there it is. So I would, depending on what this looks like, yeah, see, this looks 8:30 news. This looks like a low a day. Is there an SMT here? There is, right? Yeah, SMT right there. So expansion, consolidation, looks like a what? Continuation. C1, 2, 3, right? So I could anticipate we have our CIST, like 930. The only thing is this old low, right? You could do something like this, right? Just like what we did, old low, CISD, but this, notice how it's more of failure swings. So, and if we were to do like discount, blah, 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 it's right above discount, so it would be more of a continuation. And then, but your stop has to be a little discretionary. We still have these highs. Oh, nope, we swept it, but still looks bullish. Here, right. I'm actually going to do a proper TA, but yeah, this looks like something, come down, sweep, and go. If you guys see what I'm saying, old high, swept, unless, did we SMT this? I'm actually interested. Oh yeah, we did. We already took it. But again, I want to see this taken, this taken, this taken, that. So worst case, we could at least get that. Right. That's kind of my idea. Let me look at the daily quick. Yeah, C1, 2, 3, right? Expansion. Pretty much a CRT if you guys are into that. Right. But reversal profile expansion. Okay, yeah. Went over 1 million times. So we'll see how this plays out. We'll leave a limit here just for fun. But oh, I guess market closed. Whatever. Unfortunate. And market went down. Let's see, did we get tagged here? Oh, barely. Barely. Obviously, we go break even after this high. Because you, again, if this were like 930, sweep, as soon as we break this high, you can go break even because we should do what? Respect order flow. Right? So, let's go here. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly, we don't have any swing point till way down here. Right? We have a swing point here. And the next one would be here. So range, right? Sweep. So I'm bearish this week. Let's look at the daily here. Yeah, this looked like a continuation, but we already swept previous day. So now this looks like a reversal into expansion, right? Equal lows. So we could frame longs like 2 minutes ago, and then notice how we can switch on a dime because we use logic. So yeah. Okay, so go here. So a lot of people ask me too, like, what's an open high? To me, this is open high. Why? We hit a key level, we expand away, right? And we're also creating protected lows on the way down. Okay. So protected, protected, not protected, not protected. So these would be our key levels. So we'll just go to the 1 minute because there's nothing to see unless we come up here. Like, I'm not shorting this open here. All right, now we can zoom back out. It's 10. Yeah, there's just nothing to short there. Maybe if I had YM and you could see something, but I just, again, no SMTs, nothing. So daily wick is very small, supports expansion. So in this case, I would look for continuation off what, right? 5 minute gap, old, right? Old. LR on yes, so we go to the 1 minute, we look for a retracement and then a reversal profile. So there's a sweep, CISD. You could, man, equal highs, so I'm gonna wait. There it is. All right, SMT break, because this is that, yeah, so here, right, and then here. Reversal profile, SMT, right? We're anticipating this to be a breaker. Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. So this would be the ABS model, right? If I were to, you guys can go YouTube it, but rejection off to 1.5, SMT. This is where we'd want a reversal, right? This is into these equal lows, into this low. So we're anticipating this to become a breaker. So there it is. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's equal. Wow, that's, I thought we swept. Okay, so now we have our breaker. So we could go break even here. Especially after the displacement and the equal highs. Not good. But again, I want to reject here and continue lower ideally. Nope. So equal highs gets retaken, which is fine. So you go break even there. So now we got to reevaluate. Still bearish. So let's look at the 15 minute. All right, 15 minute get again. What do we see? Old. All right, so hopefully we get a reversal here. Let's see. We had our kilo. Let's zoom back out. Yeah, I mean, still nothing. Again, if YM's doing something, I don't know. But yeah, I really want to see this reject here. Can mark this out for whatever, but oh, I guess we have relative equal on ES, so well, that's way out there for ES. All right, so we're gonna look for a reversal profile here. Again, same idea. All right, 2.5. By the way, this entry model is a lot different than like GxT. Chain ship reversals. Okay, I mean, we could give this a shot. It doesn't look too bad here, right? You could size down on these, but this is more ABS stuff. This would be our breaker in this point. Last bearish candle. So I really want to see this flush. We'll give it one more shot. Yeah, we'll give this one more shot here. Like this has to flush right here, or maybe 11 we could give a shot, but it needs to flush. Yeah, that's not. You could have gone break even here if you wanted to. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, where'd we get in here? Yeah, so again, we re-sweep. We need this to hold. This fair value gap. takes out this low. So yeah, I think we're in here. In real time, you could go break even. Right? Is that where we were? Yeah. So again, yeah, same idea. This needs to hold. So that could have been a break even. Because if we look here, we're in a 5-minute gap. Yep. I could just tell by looking at the 1 minute. Sweeping what? An old low, CISD, etc. Okay. So we broke that down pretty well. Sadly, we can try one more time. And the reason why I say that is because 10 a.m. didn't really expand too much. We do have a pretty large range, but I would just like to, this is my draw, right, for the daily. So we can try one more because I think technically in real time, I would definitely would have been break even in my opinion. I'm not trying to be a dodgy, right, where it's like, oh, I wouldn't have taken that. I would have tried that, but gone break even. Okay, let's see. It needs to reverse here though, by the way. Like this is the only, okay, good sweep. We need to create, again, more structure here, SMT, and then get that reversal. If it just does a V, then we have to look for a continuation. So we do have an SMT. This is a little late in the day, but I'm just so bearish. Okay. SMT, I know this is very little, but hey, man, you know, inverse. So we're going to have to play a continuation. Like, there was no clean entry here. I don't like how we did that. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay. So this is, again, right here is what I wanted here, right? Same with this idea here, wherever that was. Right. Could maybe get a 5-minute continuation. This is like maybe some good practice for you guys. SMT, I mean, we could try. It's just very, again, I would play this inverse in this case. So I guess this is not, the only reason why is because it's SMT in this gap with this, right? CISD, FEG, SWIP that. I mean, this is not my favorite at all, but we'll give this low and then it needs to just displace. Yeah, not my favorite at all. All right, move on. That one I would not take real time. I just want to see that come on. Wow, he reversed. That's so interesting. Not a fan of that reversal. Okay, let's see. Again, maybe YM. Probably, actually, but I was bearish, but let's go to the weekly. Okay. So we did sweep. This could still be bearish. A lot of inefficiencies to 6 p.m. Oof. Okay, so this does look bullish, but like also bearish, right? Look at, okay, so check this out, right? 4-hour gap, right? 4-hour, blah, 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 CISD, respecting, and then expansion, what, into the previous state, and then expansion away. Then check this out. So that looks bullish, right? Go to the hourly. Now it looks bearish, right? Expansion met with expansion, right? See, bearish CISD. So that's why you can't just pattern trade 4-hour profiles. 6 p.m. looks like it opened low, but no, there's no key level here. This is the key level to reverse. I don't have key level, but if we're going to reverse, it would be off this high. And then we inverse, we CISD, creating what? A gap, right? So I'm more bearish, right? This could be Tuesday high week. Yeah, I mean, looks really good for shorts. Again, re-sweeping a high. What do you know? SMT, CISD. You could maybe hop in this, but yeah, so SMT, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could probably hop in this one, to be honest. This one I'd probably give a shot right here. Is that 25? But like to where? That's the question. Hourly gap. I really just want to see this flush down to these lows. I'm not going to lie. We can monitor here, but I really, really want to see reversal into expansion. So we're going to give this a shot. Could probably size down on this, to be honest with you, but all right, so there's the gap, right? So in this case, right, we want to see the reaction. Do we get that reversal profile that I've been showing so often? Right? Do we get that reversal profile? If you guys could follow, right? Resweep in the FVG, IFVG, SMT, IFVG here, CISD, right? Unicorn, breaker, whatever. And then we go and we disrespect on the way up. That's reversal. Do we get that? I don't know. Do we get the reversal here, right? So let's go. Do we have a 5-minute gap? No. I don't really like this here on ES here, but we'll play it out. All right, so 10, let's check it out. And here, see, reversal in a key gap, high of day, key level, right? C1, 2, 3. I would like to see 10 a.m. continuation. There's the reversal into expansion. Again, rewatch this, guys. I think it would be super helpful. So here we have this low after having that, right? So what do we want to see here? This is C3. We want to see, right, 50%. We want to see reversal right now for ES. Here, we're on the hourly, so let's go to this quick. It's fine if we resweep the high of this open, because if we look on the smaller time frame, right, look at 10 a.m., right, that's that fake high again that we can resweep. That's totally fine. Ideally not, though, because we already reswept in a gap. So maybe something here, right, resweeping an old high inside of this gap. That's plausible. That'd be fine. But then I just want to see it reverse. Okay, nice. So SMT, yeah. Okay, it's right here. Notice I can see it right away. And guys, look. We reversed exactly where I said we want to reverse for this continuation. If I pull up my fib again, right at that 0.5. Perfect. What did we do? Created that SMT, right? At that 1 minute fair value gap that broke the lows, right? Old high. Look at that. This high was the SMT. Look at ES. See how I'm highlighting right here? Right there, see? So that was the high that I was referring to. So if you want to turtle soup it, right, because this is already swept in the key level. So you could put your stop there. Or like there or something. Just something stupid. But I obviously don't do that. Obviously we're going to go break even. We can trail because this is what? A swing point. And then here, right, old high, sweep, CISD, again, fair value gap, bam. But then we want a displacement. So we inverse there. We don't like that. That's fine. We need to continue down. I forgot what I was going to do. Look at that higher time frame. All right, we took it that low in ES, which is nice. Hourly fair value gap. We're disrespecting. Bam. So now new hour is going to open Okay, we want it to ideally open high, but to where? This high would make sense, right? Why? Can you guys tell me why? You guys seeing it? Key level, old high, we can resweep, right? We'll see. Interesting. I wanted to really see displacement here. Like we're starting to create that reversal profile. SMT, right? Sweeping an old low, displacing. If I go to the 1 minute, right? Old low, IFVG, right? That's everything CISD. So I don't know what our R is, but we'll just take that off. And if it continues, cool, but after sweeping this, like we should have just displaced. Like this should have been protected. But now we just have what? Trend line. So that was a good get out there. So if I were to, not that I'm flipping long bias, just because it's struggling right here. And there's no key levels. When there's no key levels, that means LR to just run through. Old to low. Kind of choppy, but we could resweep this. If we displace away from this low, we could. Yeah, no, it's going to continue. Oh, no. It did displace away. Nope. Yeah, choppy. So, yeah, after this move here, just choppiness. But you can see how we spotted that reversal with the SMT right here. So, we'll move on. Again, rewind. Highly recommend you guys rewind this. Very good trade. We anticipate the expansion reversal into expansion C3. We got that continuation on the hourly right here, right? C1, 2, 3 inside of a gap. So add a key time. Gosh, I need water. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit quicker for you guys. So I explained in depth. So now you guys can. So we took out previous day low and previous day high. That's not the best. That's pretty difficult. Here we have an SMT. Daily. Opening low. Why? Because it's previous day into a key level. Reversal. Right? This is London low of day. And then we already, I mean, it's just 8:30 news. Pretty sure. Yeah. So we already have low of day in. Again, yeah, old low, right? Sweeping. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, key levels are hit, so. Just play this one out. Data low. Okay, so London low. That's fine. Reversal. There's that SMT. So strengths with. You could long this if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. Yeah. So again, same idea here. Could go break if you were to long this, where after this CISD, you could go break even, because this needs to hold. But again, that's not really like how. That's just straight up reversal stuff. You don't have to do that. All right, so we're expecting 5-minute bearish PD arrays, both assets. So it looks like ES wants to take this data low. See. Again, sweeping an old low or an old high. No CIs or no SMT. So you wouldn't enter. Could be retracing higher in the range. That's Okay, 15-minute gap. So if we inverse this 15, then I would be bullish. Looking for SMTs here, because if we're going to reverse, we do it here. Does that make sense? So we could do one more resweep, creating that SMT. Ideally. There, see? So resweep, SMT, sharp displacement, CISD, still data low. You could probably short this. Like, this is not a terrible short, 1030. Yeah, let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, so here, if I see it right, yeah. Okay, so you would anticipate this to be a reversal into expansion. Small wick, right? You could wait for this 3-minute CISD, but we're just entering off this 1-minute inverse. Right, but this needs to go now. Do you guys understand why? Like, we don't have a ton of time to hang out up here. And I would personally hold this just because data low. All right, so again, rewind. But if we look at the 30-minute, reversal into expansion. Reversal into expansion in a gap. SMT. No reversal signatures, and then bam, as soon as we SMT, displacement, IFEG, respecting bearish order flow, right? Inside of this gap, old. See that? Over and over and over. Into data low. Strong draw still. Expansion, what? Pullback. SMT. Literally the same thing right here. It's just over and over. SMT. This is what I mean by internal SMT. Go look at my diagrams on my part 1 and 2. I talk about the inverse, sweeping. You want to get in up here. Expansion, pullback into what? 5-minute gap. Ideally. That sucks I didn't get in there. So you probably would have missed the continuation. But ideally, that's in the gap. CISD. And then, yeah, you could enter here if you wanted to. The continuation. So remember, it's like, oh yeah, we're so bullish. Where was that? Right here. Because we like went way up. But again, SMT, LR, we have this that we were initially bearish for. The weekly, remember I said, again, go back. We have our swing point. So this week I'm bearish. And we were trying to short to this low. Remember that one day? And we like kind of got chopped up there somewhere here. And then bam, swing. This is definitely high of week, midweek reversal, Thursday continuation lower, 100% for me. Wait, unless we hit, I think we hit that low. Yeah. So this is what Garrett talks about, reversal into expansion right before a key level. So check this out. We have our key level. We closed right outside of it. And then what do? Create a small wick. We reverse off these two key levels, creating what? Don't even have to look, but SMT. Right? So I said that I was bearish, but the thing is we could either have a fake low day and then reversal. So what I'm going to anticipate is high, reject off 50% of this wick, come down in this. Okay? Something along those lines. Let's go 30-minute. Yeah. Let's see. All right. No SMT here. So that even proves my point even more. We have an old high inside of a gap, right? We have this LR. Yeah, so this is like my key levels up here. So we could either short off here or we could maybe take that. Buying isn't like terrible just because we swept here, but we'll see. I'm not trading this regardless. Like I'm not trading 930 here. Let's go to the 5 minute. Look at ES. Okay, 5 minute continuation again to somewhere up here. There is this 5 minute. So again, we have this just re-sweeping inside of this gap, unfilled gap. So we could look for maybe a reversal, but we need an SMT. So we'll go here. SMT, CISD. So we can maybe short this. Not my favorite setup, but we'll see. Again, fake low of day. So I'm going to watch ES here. It looks weaker, but we could try this. Not my fave. Yeah. Did we get souped? Also, we're in this 5 minute gap. So this is like a risk, again, risk off sort of play. Catch and reversal and expansion, high R. So literally like 0.25 of your risk if you want to. So it looks like we're going to break this SMT. Looks like a data some sort. It's 8:30. So if we break, which I wasn't really aware of, but break that, then we could look for like LR. Little triangle pattern here. So we'll play this out. All right, we hit our key level here. This is the only area I would look for a reversal. Expecting high week to be in, that is. All right, let's check it out. So SMT, 30 minute, inside of a gap. What time is it? 10. Let's go to 4 hour. So again, this doesn't support expansion lower, so that would agree with my analysis in terms of like just chopping. But we'll try to be fancy with it. $11 a.m. reversal into expansion. Yeah. So yeah, we could take this. This I would actually risk. Personally, like I would, this one looks decent, but right here it needs to expand to these lows. Like needs to right now. Time is it 50? Okay, so has to reject here. Why? 5 minute gap. All right. So looks like we got a strength switch here. SMT. Yeah, so we can. Okay, so yeah, I like this. This has to reject here though. Nope, never mind. Again, old low. There's nothing inherently wrong with taking this loss, by the way. Now, and obviously you don't enter here. I'm just showing you why I would like to reject there. But the one thing I didn't like was 12 opening. Where's 12? Yeah, way up here. So, yeah. Is that the... Yeah, it would just definitely be off. No, we'll move on. Oh, it was bullish. That's unfortunate. But I still had my analysis. We can anticipate that low day holding for 930. We could try a reversal here. Again, expansion into what? Consolidation. SMT on the range. So we could try that. That's one probability. Again, we were right. Expansion, consolidation, some sort of reversal profile. We got into some profit. And then, yeah, nah, not really. Maybe this low getting swept, you could go break even. But I would have really liked these lows because that's a 5-minute gap. Oh yeah, and we're also fighting a 5-minute gap here. So again, you could determine like we're respecting, you know, in real time, so you can manage that differently, but it's all good. It's more of trying to catch either reversal here or here. So RR was worth it in my opinion. But low day did make sense. I was just anticipating Thursday continuation. Okay. We have Wednesday opening low into this key level. So if we look at the week, right, opening into the key level, and then we could take out Wednesday's high and then end the week there. That would make sense. Yeah, it's data too, I think. Yeah. Okay. So again, this makes sense, right? Roughly 50% if I were to measure this, which I will for you guys, but yeah, right above 50. So good continuation. C1, 2, 3. Looks like some sort of reversals in. No 5-minute CSD. Still in this 15-minute gap. So I wouldn't look for continuations higher yet. I would like a manipulation lower. 5-minute. No gaps here. So maybe low of day here or SMT. So just chilling. Yep. So there's that tiny SMT, but again, nothing I would personally like. Oops. Yeah, just chill. Yeah, nothing you can do there. So that would be the draw for the week. I wouldn't touch it. See. And then resoups the low. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end that here. Let's look. Couple break evens we would have done. I think this is like a week though, right? Yeah, a week. Oh yeah, I think that okay. So I think it was short here, a short week or whatever. And then one of those trades we would have taken, and then a break even here. I think 2 break evens, I don't remember. So, you know, just kind of explaining to you guys again for video's sake, but still decent R. Again, probably 60% if we were to count break even, so whatever. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm gonna end it here. If you guys have any questions, join the Discord. Link in the description on my link tree. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Maybe I'll make more videos. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of enjoy this actually. It's a little better than live streaming, because live streaming, like, I'm talking to a wall. I don't know. Live streaming's cool too, I guess. I don't know. All right. I appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.